Hey everyone, my name is Danielle Perry and I'm the host of Breakthrough Conversations. And as always, I want to thank you so much for tuning in to these Word of Encouragement videos. And the title of today's video is Sanctify Yourself. What does sanctify mean? I looked it up and in Hebrew it means to consecrate or set yourself apart. You know, my church is currently on a fast and I thought, God, do you want me to talk about this because we're fasting? Or is this something that your children need to hear? And I truly believe it's the latter, and maybe a combination, but I truly believe it's the latter. This is a word. Sanctification is a word that as Christians, we don't like to talk about. Sanctify, to set myself apart, to consecrate myself unto the Lord. When I think about those two terms, I think about removing things from my life that are distractions. Maybe some things aren't distractions, but they're just forms of entertainment, things that I may enjoy. But I need to set those things aside and set myself apart in order to dedicate myself more to God. I need to read more. I need to pray more. I need to worship more. I need to do these things in order to be reminded of how near God is. I need to hear his voice clearer. Because it's not that God isn't speaking. It's not that he's not close to me. I just don't always recognize it because I'm distracted. Because I'm doing other things that he's not included in. John 15, it says that Jesus is the vine and we are the branches. And he cuts off the branches that aren't producing any fruit, but he actually prunes those branches that are producing fruit, but they need to produce more fruit. So y'all, being sanctified sometimes means that it's not that we're not producing fruit. It's just that we need to produce more. So God has to prune us. And let me tell you, that pruning process does not feel good. Okay? It does not feel good. Until the word came to pass in his life, the word of the Lord tested him. That's what the verse in Psalm, I believe 105 says about Joseph. We know that Joseph eventually became second in command after Pharaoh, but first, y'all, he had to endure through some things. And I'm going to say at minimum, because the numbers can vary based on what different commentaries and theologians say, at minimum 10 years, he had to endure some things before he became second in command. We know David, before he became king, again, at minimum 10 years, before he became king, y'all, he had to endure through some hard things before being ready to be where God wanted him to be. Think it not strange the fiery trials that you are going through. There are just some seasons, y'all, where things will just be difficult and hard, but that's because God is making us more like him. So I encourage you today to set aside yourself unto God more, so that he can do in you whatever he wants to do, so that he can remove from you whatever he wants to remove. And better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. The patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. That's Ecclesiastes 7:8, a verse that that's a whole nother topic, but it's a verse that was really speaking to me in a prior season years ago. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. The patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So I hope this has encouraged you today. Some things, y'all, we don't realize it actually encourages us until later, until after the process is ended. But when I think about encouragement, I think about encourage. We do things in courage. So I hope that this has blessed you. And I want you to tune in next Thursday, October 13th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the next episode of Breakthrough Conversations here on Facebook, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. As always, y'all, I'm excited for you to hear every unique story that comes across this podcast, y'all. And I really hope that they've been blessing you because they bless me. Okay, so until then, everyone, be blessed and have a wonderful day.